She got a fifth wheel trailer.
Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in.
Hello, Vivian. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, welcome in.
Good evening, everyone.
I hear a talk box. I don't know who's that. I can hear somebody talking. Hang on. Yeah, okay, hang on. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, all right. Welcome. Can everybody hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you. Yes.
All right. Well, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. It's 6:32, and we're going to get started. We're going to get started. I'm so excited that you guys joined me. This is near and dear to my heart. So I just wanted to make sure for the holidays, I am covering some of this stuff that we're going to be covering, and we're just going to have a good conversation. So, hey, families and friends, welcome back to Senior Living. No filter, no script. So we're just going to carry on a conversation. I'm Viv, and today we are talking about staying safe online because scammers are working overtime and we are not sponsoring their lifestyle. A lot of time we tend to sponsor their lifestyle, because, we jump or we click on links and stuff like that. So we're just going to be carrying on that conversation, making sure that people are staying aware, okay, and alert online. So let's jump right in. Simple tips about staying safe online. So Miss Rosemary is not going to be here tonight, and Miss Rona Lee is not going to be here as well. So I'm going to go over some of Miss Rona Lee's stuff, and while I have it, okay. So she said, surf smart, stay sassy. Okay, your cheat sheet for outsmarting online scammer. And trust me, there is a lot of scammers out there. Being in real estate, let me tell you something. I mean, they hack your email right and left and stuff like that. But she said, don't let the internet intimidate you. You have survived decades of real world nonsense. Okay, you can handle the digital kind too. Use this list as your personal BS. Okay, be safe online detector. And the golden rule is memorize these, or if not, just remember you can always rewatch this video. The digital doorbell rule: treat unexpected email or text like a stranger ringing your doorbell at night. Do not open the door. The gift card rules: no legitimate business or person or government agency, especially the IRS, will never, okay, ask you to pay in gift cards. I get that all the time. If they ask for an iTunes gift card, an Amazon gift card, hang up the phone immediately. It's a scam. Okay, immediately hang the phone up. The side door method: never click links. Okay, never click links in a scare. It's a scary. It's very scary to click on links in the email. Okay, frozen account. Your account can be frozen because of that. Close the email and open your browser and type in your bank address if they're asking you, because a lot of time online they're asking you, hey, give me your, and I know people that does this. They're saying, give me your email address, give me your bank account, give me your 4-digit password. No such thing. Be safe online, people. Be safe online. It better yet, call the number on your bank card. When somebody call you and says you're I get this all the time when people call me and says, hey, Dave, send me an email, and they'll say, hey, your bank account has been hacked, and in order to get back inside of it, click on this link. Don't do it, people. Don't click on those links, because it's taking you to some place that you're not supposed to be at. Please, people, please. This is why I wanted to do this, because this is near and dear to my heart. I wanted to make sure that for the holidays that you are staying safe. Okay. Here's some of the red flag that Rona Lee is talking about. Rona Lee says when to be suspicious, and she has these are the red flags. Okay, the panic button. Okay, urgency. If a message has too many acclamation, or I'm going to even go to say, if all of a sudden they're calling you madam, or something like that, some name that that we don't normally use in the United States, pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. Because it's important for you to pay attention. So she said, go right now and go act right now or go to jail. It's a trick to stop you from thinking clearly. Slow down, okay? Go make a tall glass of iced tea, sweet tea, she says, and drink it. But they'll tell you that your grandkids are kidnapped, or they have your family member, or they're going to kill your family member. The things that they do and say, stay away from it. Another red flag that she's talking about, she says, screaming computer. If a pop-up appears with a siren saying your computer is affected, and trust me, it will. When I first got this computer, there was I guess it came with a virus, and then something popped up and says, hey, you got a virus on your computer. Do this and do this. And trust me, I was doing it too. But then the guy kept sending me here and sending me there and sending me there and sending me here and sending me there. Finally, you know what I said? I shut my computer down and log out of it and log back onto it. And I guess eventually he disappeared. But those are things, so do not call the number that they say call. Okay, do not call those numbers. Stop and things. Microsoft is not flashing neon sign at you. It's not, she said there's no flashing neon sign at you. Just restart your computer. Just like I said, that's exactly what I did. I locked my computer down and I restarted it. Because they will tell you this is what you need to be doing. I have had so many. I'm going to tell you some stories, but let me finish Miss Rona Lee's list that she had there. Fake Amazon order. Okay, they will send you a fake Amazon order and tell you to click on it. You didn't order anything from Amazon, so don't go there. Okay, receive an email confirmation of over $2,000 item that you did not buy. Okay, if you buy it or not. Do not click on it. Cancel the order. Do not click on cancel order button. Don't do that. Okay, it's a trap, because when you click on that link, it's taking you to something, or it's taking you where they can get all your information. And I'm going to tell you something about the black web. I'm gonna write it down so I remember to tell you about the black web. That I learned about black web. Okay, and then she said, ignore it and check your actual Amazon account. So when they send you information and says, click on this link, just like she talked about going to the bank, go directly to the bank, call the bank. Okay, call the bank, go directly. If it's on a number that they tell you to call, do not call that number. Okay, call the number that is on your card. Okay, so the grandkids are in jail. That's one of my favorite. Okay, the grandkids are in jail, and I've seen it happen to people that I'm riding with in the car, and then they're saying that their grandkids is kidnapped, or their grandkids is in jail and need to be bailed out and stuff like that. And then these are things that they target senior. Okay, so AI voice are getting good. Okay, they're getting good. I'm going to tell you a story about what happened to my cousin as well. Story about my cousin. Okay, I'm writing it down so I won't forget. Senior moment kicking in. So I'm gonna write it down so I won't forget. So AI voice is getting really good. And in someone sounds like your grandchild, sound like your daughter, sounds like your family member crying for bail money. Call their parents first to verify. Better yet, establish a family safe word today. Okay, I talked about a family safe word, either a safe word or either a number. Okay, either a safe word or a number. So when your grandkids, when you hear your grandkids in the background and the scammers on the line says, what's the safe word? Or what's the number? What's the safe number? Okay, so come up with something like that, a safe word or a safe number. Fake news filter. Okay, just because Mildred share it on Facebook doesn't mean it's true. That doesn't mean it's true because it's on the internet. Before you get angry at an article, check the source. Okay, check the source to see if it's real. Okay, if it's a real, you always gotta verify your information, verify and verify and verify, because they're just like she said, AI is getting real out there. And I have some story that I'm going to tell you. If it sounds too crazy to be true, it's almost certain that it's too crazy to be true. She says, stay sharp, stay suspicious, and keep surfing freestyle. Okay, so let's talk about some of the stories. Some of the story that I was talking about, black web. There's these people that sits online in the cafeteria. Okay, and they sit online, and then what they do is they pass your email into this surface it's called a black web. And a lot of time they have your mother's maiden name, they have your password, they have your 4-digit a key number, pass number. They have everything. Okay, and majority of us are on the web. What they say is to create a password that every day is a different password or something like that, or if not, have a password generated system where you can generate a new password for you, because it takes them longer to be able to figure out that password compared to. And then do not make all your password the same, because if you make all your password the same, then what happened is they use one password to log into everything else. Let me see if there's, hang on. Let me check if there's anybody waiting online. I'm there yapping away. I'm making sure that there's no one here waiting to be let in. So, okay. So, but with the password situation, if you have your password and you change your password daily, and then it's harder for them to be able to be a scammer. Now, they talk about the grandkids. That's usually one of the most prominent one. The grandkids are in jail, or your son is in jail, or your daughter is in jail. Please be careful. Stay safe online, people. Stay safe online. There's so much scammer out there that will say, oh, they'll call you and say, oh, I have the wrong number. Or if not, there's scammers out there that will say, they'll ask you a question and you say yes, and it's almost like you say yes to everything. You say yes to account. You say yes to this. Make sure that when you're talking to them, you're not saying yes to them, because all of a sudden they call you and says and you said yes, and then all of a sudden it turns on all kinds of different things. So just be careful. We've been collecting money for Jamaica and stuff like that, and I had one of my relatives that told me, and she lives in California, so she and I talk. I talked to her when I was in Houston, because we were thinking about how we'd collect money and stuff like that. So she started a GoFundMe account, and the GoFundMe account looked like there was some kind of hack or something in it. So an AI created a voice for her daughter, exactly the way her daughter is. And then the AI called her and says that if you don't send 2,000, 3,000, I think it was $3,000, $3,000 to say, I'm gonna effing kill your daughter, I'm gonna effing kill your family, I'm gonna this and I'm gonna that and stuff like that. So anyway, she don't know what to do. She call in sick from work because she don't know what to do. Here, this AI person is on the phone and says they're gonna kill her daughter, and her voice sounds like her daughter. She walked out of her house and saw her neighbor across the street. The garage door was open, but she said she don't talk to her neighbor much. So then what happened is she said, well, I don't know the neighbor because I'm always at work. Okay. So she walks down the street. So she says she know one lady that's way down the street, like 5 blocks down. So she decides she's going to walk that 5 blocks down. But in the meantime, she's walking. She saw the firefighter across the street. And she walked over across the street and tell the firefighter what was going on. There was these people that they kidnapped my daughter, and they have my daughter, and they're going to kill her if I don't send $3,000. Anyway, the firefighter said to me, give me your daughter's phone number. She gave him her daughter's phone number. The firefighter called the daughter, but she's whispering now because she cannot hang up the phone, because they said, if you hang up the phone, I'm going to freaking kill your daughter, or whatever it is. I'm going to kill her. I'm going to do this. I'm going to kill her. So finally, the firefighter called the daughter's number, and the daughter answered the phone and said, Mom, and then put her mom on the phone, and she said, Mom, I'm okay. What are you talking about? But honey, you're on the line right here, and he said he's gonna kill you. Mommy, It's mommy, it's not real. Hang up the phone. Finally, she realized it was not real. She hung up the phone, and her daughter says, "Me and my husband are okay," because they're threatening that they're gonna kill her and kill her husband and stuff like that. But just to think that when Rona Lee was talking about AI, that AI is getting real, and they can and their voice is real, and the voice sound like your family member. People, protect yourself online. Okay, there's a lot of scammers that's going on out there. I'm sure you guys get a lot of link that's clickable. Don't click on none of those links. When in doubt, pick up the phone and call somebody, call the person, because they're targeting seniors because they know seniors are vulnerable. And that's why I wanted to cover this, especially in the holiday season. Rona Lee was talking about gift card. I'm the president of the association, and every week or something, they're sending me a message and says, "Hey Viv, I saw you're asking for gift card." But I already at the beginning of the year already told them, I says, "Listen, there's a lot of scammers out there. Anytime anyone becomes president of the association, what will happen is they're gonna send gift card." I even walked into my board of directors meeting, and there was one lady and there one person that was on the board of directors meeting. It was like 8 o'clock at night. So when I got there in the morning for the 9 o'clock meeting, she said, "Viv, I'm so sorry I was not able to send you that gift card. I know you, as you said, it was emergency. You needed the gift card right away, but I'm so sorry." I said, "Girl, that was not me." But just to think that a regular person, and she's not senior, and she could have gotten scammed like that. And then from my office, my broker's office, they're always sending me, "Hey, this is Jose.
Yeah,
Can you please, you
I
get
got
that as
some
well
of
too,
that
Bev?"
today. Yeah, I got some of that from said Jose wanted gift card.
Yeah, so you got to be very
Yes,
careful, very
and
careful. Frida, I don't know. Can you hear me, Frida? Do you get any of that spam, any of that scam stuff in your email? Are you there? Can you hear me? Miss
I think
Joyce,
she
Miss Joyce, do you get any of that stuff? You get any of
I'm
that stuff
sorry,
in
but
your
I'm
yes,
trying to
email?
take it off of mute,
yes,
Miss Vivian. Yes. When I became the president, like you were saying, I started getting it. Then it started going around all the 2025 presidents at the beginning of our presidency. And even recently, got something and I was like, no, I actually called the company. I picked up it. Oh, I got the flashing thing on the computer. Y'all was saying, they said, don't turn it off. But I'm like, okay, I'm turning it off anyway. Because if you're going to destroy it, you're going to destroy it whether I send you whatever or not. So I cut it off and came back on and it was gone. But I did a scan on my computer with my AVS virus to be sure there were no real issues. But you're right. All the stuff you're saying, I called now because I had called Microsoft one time before with the number they had and it wasn't the right number. So I just learned my lesson, hang up and Google the company and only where it says secure one is the one to go to.
Yeah, but there's a lot of scammers out there. So just like they said, with that flasher that Frida is talking about, shut your computer down, turn it off, reboot it, restart it, and then start it again. Just like I said, with this computer that I'm on right now, when I got it, there was a virus on side of it, and I'm just telling you, the guy had stringed me along and telling me to go here and go there and go there. Finally, he's asking me for something, and I said, no, enough is enough. So I just shut the computer down. But lucky thing I did, I just shut it down, but there's a lot of stuff that's going on out there. So we have to be careful. Miss Joyce, you were going to speak. Go ahead and speak.
Yeah, I got one today from PayPal.
From
That
where? PayPal?
yes, someone charged my account was charged $499,
Yeah.
and I had something that saying I could pay here, press this.
Yeah.
But
Don't do that. Yeah.
you know what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Just recently, I posted something in the group, and you mentioned something, so that I had it in my head still, so I did not press.
See, it helps.
Yeah, I did not.
It helps because it's like with me. Okay, so I had to change my credit card last week or the week before, and there was somebody that charges up $117 for a Google ad, and then anyway they suspended my Google. They suspended my Microsoft account, say my Google ad account, said that I owe $115. I'm trying to tell them I didn't owe no money because I just had to cancel my credit card. So they sent me back a message and tell me that, oh, there is no suspicious activity on your account. Yes, there is, because my charge card was charged, and I had to change my charge card because of that. So I don't know what they're going to do. I think they said my account is suspended. but that's their prerogative. I guess eventually we'll figure it out. But yeah, you got to be so careful. Don't click on any link. When in doubt, when they think it's your, when your bank send you something, when you see something and it says it's from your bank, call your bank. And then also a lot of time, the email that they send you is going to say, Madam, Sir, things like that. We don't talk like that. Okay, make sure, and then also look at the Gmail address and see if it's somebody that you know, because and then even if it's somebody that you know, tell them to call you. Okay, tell them to pick up the phone and call you, because you're not certain. When in doubt, please do not do it. Okay, please do not do it, because in the real estate world, the amount of money that has been lost is in the billions. I would probably say trillions now. There, the last time over a year ago, it was billions of dollars that was lost. Okay, because of people wiring money, and they're not checking with their lender, checking with the title company when they go to the lender, when they go to the bank, their financial bank, and then they send the money without checking to make sure that it's going into the right account. So when in doubt, check. There's a lot of, I'm just telling you, there's a lot of fraud on there.
And
Go ahead.
another thing too that we need to watch is our deed, because
Yeah.
they will steal your deed, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't know until the bank foreclosing on you.
Yeah, I did a video on
Yes.
that. I'll send it out to you guys about deed stealing, about them
Yes.
signing over. That's another conversation for another time. That's a whole bunch of
Yes, yeah,
that's
we
a
have
that's
to
a
be
that's a
careful.
whole big conversation about the deed fraud. I'll send a video out. I'll post a video out, send it out to you guys about, if you own your own home, okay, be careful that somebody do not transfer the deed out of your name into their name, especially if you don't owe on it. If you owe on it, it's less likely if the
Right.
bank, because the bank is checking to make sure everything is okay. But if it's something, and they're mainly doing that to seniors, because a lot of seniors' houses are paid off, and then therefore they can easily transfer the deed and stuff like that. But I'll send you guys a video, because I already did a video on that about deed stealing. Why scammers love seniors? Because seniors have what scammers don't matter. It doesn't matter. You were raised to answer the phone, yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. And not hang up on people. But remember, just like I said, when you answer that phone, do not say yes, okay? Because sometimes when you say yes, it triggers something, okay? Meanwhile, scammers out there, they're like, hi, I'm Prince such and such, okay? I have $1 million in gold, and I'd like for you to change that for me, okay? You'll find that. You'll find
I
that
got a lot of
often.
those
You'll
too.
find that they want to send you money and tell you to deposit inside your account in order for you to send them back the difference. No such thing. Okay, no such thing. Okay, there's no such royalty. They want to cash up you some money. They want to Zelle you some money. There's just no such things out there. Scammers are out there. Almost everyone always have a red flag up. Miss Rona Lee was talking about all those red flags. Be suspicious. Okay, no emergence. Don't worry about the panic button. She says the screaming computer, do not call it, okay? When it's screaming to you, when it's flashing, like Frida says, when it's flashing, okay? Your fake Amazon account, okay? Your grandkids are in jail. Stay away from all of that stuff. The grandkids is one of the biggest thing. The Amazon, okay? Okay, and then also, do you know that they have a romance scam where they tell you, yes, they live here, and they send you a picture of somebody else, and you're supposed to send them money. The amount of money that people are out from the romance scam, okay, there's a lot of money out there. So be careful of that romance scam that's out there. And people are, especially this time of year, seniors are vulnerable. They want something to do. We started Miss Rosemary I and Rona Lee started a senior living, no filter, no script luncheon. It's going to be Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be our first one. We're going to meet at Miss Carol restaurant. And of course, we'll talk about different things, and if we have any resources and stuff like that, and then answer any question that you may have, and just carry on a conversation, and just, because this time of year, you know, if people get lonely, seniors get lonely and stuff like that. So be careful of that romance scam, because it's out there. Be careful of the gift card scam. You know, we talked about the gift card scam. Keep yourself safe. Okay, keep yourself safe. Browsing online, you know, because it keeps you busy and stuff like that. But just remember, you know, stay away from, you know, links, stay away from website that you don't know. Okay. When you know, you might have your computer, depending on your computer, set up with a, like Frida says, an antivirus thing on it where you can scam, or make sure that you're not going to website that you're not supposed to be going to. Mine is like that. It's set up where, you know, automatically it'll tell me, it'll block me from these websites, you know. And then just to think that sometimes you punch in in the search bar, you punch in a newsletter, like, you know, as in, you know, not necessarily a newsletter, but you punch in like a search where you're searching for something. Let's say you were searching for a newsletter, you know, just to think that if you punch in one digit, okay, one digit wrong, it takes you to a different website. I remember my computer here, when my computer person was cleaning my computer, he kept telling me that I'm going to these porn website. I said, I don't go to those things, you know, but for some reason the computer, it was just doing it. It was going there, or maybe it's just one digit off from wherever it is that I'm supposed to be going to, and it's taking you to that. So be careful when it's telling you go back, you know, keep safe and stuff like that. Not unless you know the website. Not unless you know the website. If you don't know the website, please stay away from it. Okay. Safety tip for senior will that you can actually maybe remember, it's if it's urgent. Make sure when anything that looks fake, act fake, it is fake. Okay. When you surf, make sure you're downloading an antivirus, something to keep you safe online. Don't click on any strange link at all that you don't know. Never give out your personal information online when somebody calls you. When they call you, don't give it out. If you call them, then it's okay to give it out. Okay, because you call them. Let's say you call your bank and your bank needed information on, let's say you were filing for some kind of claim or something like that, and you know, somebody got hold of your credit card and they charging stuff on it, and then now you know, all of a sudden you called them and told them your credit card was was compromised. That let's say that, then you can give them your information, because you're the one that called them. You call them. Okay, so now you know you can give them your information. But if they call in, hang on, let me let in Miss Iva. If you call them, okay, if you call them, then it's okay to give the information. But if they call you, do not give them your information. So don't click on any strange link. Okay. Okay. If someone calls you and says that, hey, your credit card we found your credit card here and it was stolen or compromised or something like that. You know, give me your social security number. You know, if you don't give me your social, okay. There's another one also with the toll. With the toll, when they're telling you that you owe toll, you owe outstanding toll. Okay, please, that's another scam. Okay, if when in doubt, pick up the phone and call the toll people, because they'll tell you that your account is going to be suspended. Okay, because you owe toll. Don't know such thing, because and then even the toll people will tell you, you know, don't believe it. Do not believe it. So be careful of giving out your personal information online. Okay. Okay. Have a tech buddy. Have somebody that knows enough about computer. Okay. That can help you with maybe logging on or setting up your computer where if you're going to sites that you're not supposed to go to, it automatically shut you down and tell you no. Because the thing is, sometimes the link itself looks so legit and it looks so real, okay, that you might want to click on it. But please stay away from those sites. Let me give you okay, so you know, before when I tell you about password, a lot of time because sometimes we can't tend to remember our password, but it's okay. It's okay to reset your password. If you cannot remember your password, reset it. But remember, there was time that what we might have 5 accounts and we have all the same password set up. So they had the password, they said 1 2 3 4 until my grandkids said, okay, so you talking about 1 2 3 4, what about 1 2 3 4 5? But you know, I know you're trying to say, okay, I want to be able to remember the password. I'm laughing with Beverly. Beverly got her tickets for the Caribbean American Association you know, that's coming up, the Christmas party that's coming up. And almost every day for the last week, 2 weeks, I've been asking her, Beverly, where's your ticket? Can you find the ticket? Beverly put up her ticket so well that she couldn't find the ticket. So finally, I think she found it inside the bag that they swore her in. But you know, that's the thing. A lot of time we tend to put up things so well that we cannot see it. When I teach the home buyers class online, I play this little game where I said to them, now tell me, write all your information down on this card, on this piece of paper. So you're writing down your password, you're writing down your credit card company name, you're writing down the credit card name, and then you're going to lock it away safely. Majority of the class get that wrong, because they're telling me, oh, if I lost my credit card, I can go online and find it. There's some credit card that, what happened if you have 10 credit cards? You can't remember those phone number. You can't remember the credit card number. Okay, so make a list of it, put it away someplace safe, okay, where you're able to find it, and you're able. So what you want to put on there is the company's name. You want to put the credit card number, and you also want to put a phone number. So then, therefore, if anything happens and somebody grabbed your purse or you lost your purse or something like that, you can come home and sit down in the comfort of your home, where you can easily say, okay, I have 5 credit cards, and these are the phone number for it, and these are the number for it. American Express, my husband has American Express, and let me tell you, he gets so frustrated when he's calling to make his payment and he doesn't know his account number. They won't let you in. Okay, they won't let you in. So make a list of all these and then put it someplace safe. Nothing, not nowhere that you're not going to be able to find it. You know, so but it's really important. So okay, so these are some of the places that are good, you know, where you can find good resources. You can find it in AARP, Fraud Watch. And AARP is something good to sign up for. It doesn't cost much per year, but it also keep you safe. FTC scam alert. Okay, Federal Trade Commission scam alert. Your bank fraud department as well. There's in your bank, you know, your bank also have a fraud department, because let me tell you something, they have to have a fraud department, because almost every credit card that you have is compromised somehow. And then you got to get a new one eventually. We talked about the dark web. There's an email where you can put your email in. It's called the dark web, and it'll tell you if it was ever compromised. Majority of the people have been compromised, because these are what people do. They sit down online and they figure out how to scam you. They don't work. All they do is look at it and they figure out, how is it that I'm going to scam Miss Joyce today? How is it that I'm going to scam Miss Ivory today? How is it that I'm going to scam Miss Bev today or Miss Frida today? How is it that I'm going to scam people out today? Because that's what they're there for. That's how they make their money. Okay. So making sure that you are signing up for these things. And then also, if you're not using your credit, you can put a freeze on your credit if you're not using it. So when you're ready to go use it, then you would have to, you know, you call the credit card company. I mean, call the company, not necessarily, you can put, you know, some credit card has fraud company, but then, you know, the Equifax, TransUnion, you know, all of those places, they have a fraud alert that you can go in and fill out a fraud alert, or I remember I started that when my Capital One, somebody opened up a Capital One in my name, and Capital One was trying to call me, but I kept not answering the phone because I didn't know if it was a scam, so I never answered the phone. Finally, they sent me a letter and told me that somebody opened up a card in my name, and it was in a different state, but they know that I live in Florida. So what I had to do is go to the police department and file a fraud report. So that's when I started, and it's been many years ago where I started putting a freeze on my credit. So then therefore, when my credit needs to be open, okay, I would have to be contact the credit bureau in order to open it. So that's someplace also someplace where you can easily protect yourself. But being online, it's fun being online because you know you can have your loved ones online. You know, you can find your friends online. I remember when they started Facebook. I have I think I graduated with over 800 and something people in my class, and I was able to find just about every one of them on Facebook. Every one of them on Facebook. You know, so you know, keeping yourself. Now, you guys have any questions while I'm here? I've been chatting up a storm. Got any questions?
No, I just want to say something that happened to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have traveled, so I kept getting this email saying my iCloud needs space and I have to like buy more space.
Mm-hmm.
I kept seeing it, but I ignored it because I know I pay $2.99 and I don't want to pay more than that. I have
Mm-hmm.
enough space. When I came home, I didn't check it till a month after. Come to find out, since the 25th of August, they had shut my account because I had overused the space.
Mm-hmm.
But this because I was afraid the thing was a fraud, so I never responded to it. So now I lost a lot of information. So sometimes I don't know which is the right way to go, but I lost some pictures.
Yeah, when in doubt, I would say it's better that you lose the picture than lose everything else. You know, the same thing happens to me. So I'd rather you not worry about it because the pictures are I understand, you know, they're sentimental and stuff like that. But just to think that you could lose a lot more than just pictures, you know, and the thing is, what I don't like is they keep telling you you need to pay for more space. You need to pay
Yeah,
for more. Just delete the stuff. Why they keep charging you for more space and more space? Find out what you don't need to store and delete those things
well, that's
because
what I'm
you
doing right now.
eh?
I'm in the process of doing that. Delete it.
Yeah. Because why are you paying for more space? It's not like said, okay, you're running a business and you need all of that stuff, or you know, are you with me being in real estate? They said you have to keep your file, even though I'm not the one that keeps it. My broker keeps it. You have to keep it for 7 years. So can you imagine keeping 7 years worth of sales for 7 years because you have to keep it for 7 years, but you don't have to do that. You know, so I would say I'm okay with losing the pictures because you know what? It's okay. Life goes on. I mean, we lost some pictures, you know. I mean, it's okay. We don't have to, you know, we like the picture and pictures are good and stuff like that. But what happened if with your account? What happened if okay, they keep telling you click on this and then all of a sudden you click on that and then all of a sudden they wipe out all your bank account? Wouldn't it be better just to lose the pictures?
You know what? I didn't think of it that way. I was
Yeah,
finding over the pictures, but now you said that, it
yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
It's just pictures. I mean, a lot of time, you know, if you think about it, we're gonna pass on and leave those pictures. I no lie, I sold a house in Leesburg, and the mom died. The mom died in March. And then anyway, the daughter came down and she took out all the personal stuff that she wanted because we sold the house fully furnished. But you know, and there was some picture that was left someplace inside of a drawer. So the new owner now called me and said to me, I have all these pictures, nice picture now, you know, the person is in the service, you know, pictures that, way back when and stuff like that. Really nice picture. I took a picture of it and sent it to the daughter. And you know what she told me? She told me throw them inside the trash.
Oh my gosh.
Because what's she gonna do with them? She told me she said throw them inside the trash. But that's what I'm trying to tell.
Memories,
That's what I'm trying to tell you. She don't want those
memories.
memories. She don't want those memories.
Wow.
You understand? And that's what's wrong with us. A lot of time is we hold her all these stuff and we have all these stuff and we think our kids want it. Our kids don't want it. My daughter moved out of this house here, and I asked her, I said, "Do you want a dining room table? Do you want a sofa? Or do you want?" She said, "No, I don't want none of that stuff. Kids don't want our stuff. When we die, what they're gonna do? They're gonna donate that stuff. Either they're gonna donate it because what they're gonna do is almost like I talked to somebody and they're telling me my father died, left me all this property and stuff like that, and my kids don't need it. My kids don't want it. because that's what you're going to find. You're going to find that a lot of time, our stuff is not like, my aunt has some dishes and, some bowls and stuff like that. And she'll probably get bent out of shape or something like that. If I were to maybe break one of those dishes or something like that, and not knowing that, hey, we're gonna donate them. And then she already threatened me already. She said, do not give my stuff to I forget, Goodwill or Salvation Army or one, and I think she said Goodwill. She's telling me, but what am I gonna do with that stuff? Her kids lived in Canada. Okay. It's not like they're gonna come and take it back to Canada with them. So take all of that in consideration to know that it's better to lose a picture than sit down there and then paying out your teeth. All these people do is they want money. They hold your hand out.
Yeah,
So then therefore, with us being seniors, okay, we living on a fixed income. Okay, we have to spend our pennies wisely. And it's not like food is cheap right now. Okay, food is expensive. Okay, I was playing a game with my first time home buyers, and I said to them, how much money do you spend on grocery? Some of them was telling me $600. That's like a mortgage. So we have to tend to be frugal. So whatever money that we spend in, just like I said, the thing that we need, Frida was talking about, or the antivirus that you need to download on your computer. It'll tell you where not to go on your computer, and it'll kind of help guide you and stuff like that. And you can run it and it help protect you and stuff like that. But different things like that, download it. If it's not much, maybe, because you can find good deals, maybe. You might say on my phone. I remember my phone. I kept getting these messages on my phone, and my computer person says all these. I mean, nasty messages and porno messages and stuff like that. And it just kept going to that site. Finally, he told me go ahead and download one of those antivirus. So I download one of the antivirus, and I don't see that issue anymore. But it's the same thing with our computer. Download those antivirus. Get our computer cleaned up, and like you said, Miss Joyce, go in your computer and delete the stuff that you don't want in it, because a lot of time these emails, all they do is every minute I clean my email out and another 100 email goes in.
Yes,
okay,
that's written.
So yeah, so just unsubscribe. Okay, that's another thing. Unsubscribe from the things that you don't know, and you did because people buy list. Okay, they buy list of name, they buy list of email address, they buy list of phone number. So that's why sometimes you guys tend to get all these calls, because they buy list. So go in there, go in your email address and unsubscribe, okay, from all the things that you didn't sign up for, and then report it as if it does not have an unsubscribe button. That's another thing. If it does not have an unsubscribe button, okay, please report it as spam. If it has an unsubscribe button, then unsubscribe from it. Make sense?
Yeah, I started doing that too, but that happened because of this. So this caused me to look at other things.
Yeah.
When I spoke to my kids, this is what they told me: Mom, you got to stop on the thing that you don't need.
Yes. And a lot of people don't really know that that they need to unsubscribe, and then mark, and then anything on your phone as well. This time of year, everybody's sending you out Medicare, insurance and all that kind of stuff. If it says, if down at the bottom, if it says stop, then you type stop. If it says 1 for yes or 2 for no, then you type 2 for no. So and automatically it's gonna send you back a message say you have been unsubscribed.
Yeah.
Now have you seen that?
Yes.
Okay. So now if you unsubscribe from these things, and if there's a button, if they send you a message and you cannot unsubscribe from it, then what you do is report it as spam and block it.
Okay.
Because everybody's trying to get your information. AI now, eventually AI is going to take over this place, so we got to be careful. Just like I said, please be careful of this, ladies. Okay, making sure that when somebody calls you, okay, if they said I'm your grandchild, I am your daughter, I am your son, I am whatever you are, make sure that you find another phone or find somebody that you're going to call your grandkids. Okay, you know, because they might tell you cannot hang up to verify that hey, is it you that's calling me? And 99% of the time it's probably not them calling you anyway. It's just some scammer trying to get your information and trying to get your money. I was driving to Tallahassee, I think last year or the year before, and I was inside the car, and it was Realtor. I was driving with Realtor because we were going to Great American Realtor Day. And somebody, a mom called in the morning and says, honey, John is in jail and I had to send some money. The lady that was driving me on beside me, she said, Mom, you just been scammed. Johnny is not in any jail, you know, but you know, those things, I'm just telling you. What
I've
time is it?
gotten one of those too.
Yeah,
And I asked them, what's my grandson's name?
yeah.
He couldn't tell me
They
because
can't tell you.
I call my grandson Chun Chun.
Mm-hmm.
He did not know that. So I said, you get off my phone, you damn scammers.
Exactly. And that's what you
Yeah.
got to do. That's why I said it's good to have a password or a nickname or something. So when they call, you can say, okay, what's the password?
Mm.
Okay. So I had another story to tell you. There was a gentleman, an elderly gentleman. This just happened the other day. So somebody called him and says, I got your grandson. He said, what's my grandson? I think he was asking what's the password. And they couldn't tell him his password. He said, get the hell off of my phone. And then he said, if you think you keep him.
Mm.
Because he knows it was a scam, because he was not able to tell that password. And
That's
that's
right.
why each and every one of us need to come up with a password for the family. So then therefore when they call, okay, they can say, okay, you can say what's the password or what's the passcode or what's the pass number.
Mhm.
Okay. You know, so then therefore, because we have to protect ourselves. This time of year, everybody is looking for money, and they're looking for money from the seniors. Okay, because they know the other people are kind of savvy and they're onto them. But the seniors is very vulnerable. Sometimes they might forget where they put their keys. They might forget where they put their phone. You know, they might forget anything. They might forget their granddaughter's name. So we tend to go through, as we get older, to Alzheimer's, all different kind of, things happen to us and stuff like that, and we cannot remember things. So it's easy for them to scam us.
And especially the love department, they will call you and tell you how you love them and they're going to marry you.
Yes.
And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And they're in a little jam, you're to send them money. Don't believe it. Don't. Stay away from those
because you're looking
people.
for somebody,
Delete them.
you're looking for somebody to love you.
Yeah.
When maybe your kids are not paying attention to you, because also seniors, make sure that you are keeping in touch with your family, so then you know what's going on. So then therefore when they call, they can't say, well, such and such said such and such, because you already know that that's not the way it goes. You already know what's going on in your family. They can't say, well, you know what, Johnny is in jail, Johnny needs money. Okay, I already know Johnny's not in jail because I just talked to Johnny a while ago. Make sure that you guys are staying safe. But it's important, okay? It's important for you to make sure that when in doubt, okay, delete it, block it, report it, okay? Don't just sit there and say, well, you know what, it might be somebody that I know, I don't want to delete it. Just like Miss Joyce, you were talking about the pictures. It's just pictures.
Yeah, I realize that. No.
Yeah, it's just pictures. I've lost pictures. I mean, I'm just telling you, like, okay, so we're running this thing at the association, my Realtor Association, where next year the theme is going to be the prom. So whatever year that you went to prom, you send in your picture, your prom picture. So anyway, I have my prom picture. So what I did, I put it into Chat GPT and tell Chat GPT, can you please create an identical picture to this for me? And that's exactly what it did. It created an identical picture with me in the same dress, okay, the same afro, the same shaped face, the same everything. And just to think how Chat GPT, how it can mimic everything. I'm being a realtor, okay. There's sometimes that there is a sign in the yard. Today there was a sign in the yard, and I took the picture with the sign in the yard, but I cannot post a picture with the sign in the yard because you get in trouble if you post a picture with the sign in the yard. So what I did, I went to Chat GPT, I put the picture up there and I said, Chat GPT, can you remove the sign out of the yard for me? And that's exactly what it did. And then let's say the pictures of a blank house. I said, can you decorate the house for me, the room, whichever room that I took a picture of, and it decorates the room for me. It puts furniture inside that room. Just to think that everything now that is going computerized. Everything chat GPT. Just to think that surgery, okay, surgery is done. Okay, surgery is done by a computer, a robot. I had a friend of mine that went to Las Vegas about a month ago or a month and a half ago. His son sent a car to pick him up, and there was no driver inside the car. Okay, the car was being driven by itself, and he took a video of me. He said, "Viv, look at this. I'm inside the car, and there's nobody driving the car." Just to think that we're technology is gone that far. So real important. Anyway, I've been rambling on about staying safe.
I would be scared to drive in that car.
But that's the thing. And he says that it says that the ride was smooth and it delivered him exactly where he was supposed to. And it lets you out the car. And now I'm hearing that the cars that they're driving, that they're sending to pick you up. Okay, so let's say you know how Uber works, where you pay Uber before you get in the car. Pretty much. Okay.
Yeah.
You give them your credit card information. You put your credit card. So they're saying now the cars that they're creating now, they send the empty car to pick you up. And then what you do is you have an app on your phone and you tap the door, and the door knows you by just tapping it, and it lets you in. But I'd be afraid to all of a sudden I get in there and can't get out.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too. To get out.
I can't. That's what I'm afraid of. That's one of the reasons why I'm afraid to buy an electric car, because I'm afraid that all of a sudden it traps me in there and I cannot get out. And with me,
it happened, Viv.
Yeah.
These new cars, it happened where they lock people in and they can't get out. They go in the car lock them in, and they can't get out.
Yeah.
When they go to their destination and ready to open that door will not open.
Yeah, so I'm just
one of those. Carry a hammer. If you have any of those new cars, carry a hammer. And
that's if you break the window. So but there technology, guys, it's evolving, okay, and it's evolving quickly. It's not waiting on us, okay. It's moving and it's moving and it's moving fast. So don't be afraid of being online, though. Okay, don't say I'm not going online. There's a lot of stuff online that it keep you occupied. Okay, you can research things online, but don't be afraid of it. But just be safe when you get on there. Okay, making sure that you're going to the right URL number, making sure that you are punching in the right when your computer tell you go back, because you might think that you're punching the exact URL number, and then all of a sudden the number is wrong, and it takes you to a porn site, that had happened to me before, and it's not the right site because one digit on it was different. So it took me to the wrong site. But safety is important. Okay. Beverly was talking about deed stealing. If you paid off for your house, be careful about scammers stealing your house, because it will change the deed out of your name and put it in their name because the house is paid off for. So be careful of that. So there's sites that you can go. You can go to the property tax website and check to make sure that your name is still on the house and the deed is still in your name, because they can change it and you don't know. All of a sudden, your mail is going someplace else. There's all kinds of stuff that happens out there, because you might say, well, the property appraiser's website is supposed to protect you, but they don't really know. All they do is process the paperwork. So they don't really know. They don't really know if your name has been changed from it or not. But it's your duty to make sure that you are checking on that. You can check on it once a year, once every 6 months or something like that, to make sure that your name is still on your house and somebody has not changed your name off your deed and your title and put their name on it. There's a lot of vacant land scams and stuff like that. There's so much different scams that are out there. That's why I want to make sure that all my seniors are protecting themselves. Okay. When in doubt, pick up the phone and call me. If it's something that you need me to research for you, let me know. You know, if you want me to check your property address for you, let me know as well. I'll check it for you and send it back and let you know if your name is on it. At my church, I gave a speech at my church about deed stealing and stuff like that. So I had a lot of them send me back your property address where I was able to check to make sure. And you know, and I check, and then sometimes the elderly adult changed their name off their house and put their kid's name on it. That's okay. Also, we just need to make sure that you know whose name is on your house. There was one adult that they changed the name is not in the house is not in their name, but they put it in they ended up putting it in the daughter's and the son's name. So I read it back to them and said, do you know your house is in your daughter's and your son's name? All right, I've been talking a lot. Anyone else have any question or anything that they want to say before we go? Any last word?
Yes, Vivian, there's one more scam that was going on. That's where someone takes a gift card and say you can give the money. I was in Walmart and a guy behind me was asking me to do that. And the police, I guess the security guards were watching him because they must have saw him pick it up from off the stand and try to say, hey, I'm kind of short on money, but I could give you this gift card if you could just give me part of the cash. And
What?
seriously, that's something else new. Because to give, you know, it's like, oh, it's not a big deal. But and I guess the security guard or the police have been watching him pick up the card.
Mm-hmm.
And they saw him and he looked up and saw them. He took off running. They ran after him. I was like, oh my goodness. And that's a different thing with the gift cards that you don't know.
Wow, yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard of that one. Exactly. Wow.
Someone because
No.
it's like, hey, I got a gift card, but I don't need this gift card. But for a couple of dollars for cash, I could give you the gift card and you could give me the cash. But he had picked it up off the shelf though.
Right, right, right.
I
Yeah.
was like, and watching the man, he took off running. I'm like, guy, you running with your pants hanging, they're gonna get you. And they got him before he got to the
Mm-hmm.
door.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, it's just like with the one that they said that, okay, I'm gonna send you a check. And I've seen it happen, Frida. They sent the title company a check, okay, and then says, okay, cash the check and pay off whatever you need to pay off. And then what's gonna happen is we're send us back the difference. And I told the title company, I said, it looks like it's fraud, and it was fraud. You know, so you got to be so careful. But I didn't know about that one there where they're picking up the gift card from the shelf and then coming up to you and saying that, hey, just give me a certain amount. It's almost same thing like, you know, the same thing like the where they're sending you a check and tell you to cash it and send them back a certain amount and take the certain amount. But anyway, anyone else have anything else to
And
say?
there's another one, Viv.
Hmm.
Publishers Clearinghouse. We'll be
Yeah,
calling the senior citizens
yeah,
and tell them that they win money
yeah.
and they need to pay a certain amount to get it.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
I've heard of that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that one there,
AARP
I've definitely
always
heard of.
warn people about that one.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. All right. Anyone else? Miss Ivor, you want to say anything? Welcome. We're so happy that you joined us. You know, hopefully this was useful to you. If you find this useful, please share it with someone. You know, we're here every Monday from 6:30 until 7:30, not unless, you know, something happened, I'm traveling or something like that. And we're here to protect our seniors, making sure that our seniors are safe. We're going to be meeting at Ocheria's for lunch on Wednesday. Come and join us. Come and sit and break bread with us. We'll, you know, talk and give you any resource or answer any question that you may have. This is Florida Senior Living. No filter, no script. You know, so we're just here carrying on a conversation, and each week we talk about topics that are near and dear to our heart. You know, that are important to seniors, to keep seniors safe online or whatever it is. You know, maybe help them find resources. You know, all different kinds of stuff. You know, we try to help senior find, to make sure, because as we get older, you know, we need help from, you know, the younger generation to help us. We need help from our kids, making sure that our kids are checking on our seniors and things like that, making sure our seniors, this time of year we tend to get lonely, so, you know, we try to find things and things like that that we do. So if you need anything, you know, reach out. We'd be happy to assist you with whether it is any resource that we may have to offer. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. Any last thing before we go?
No.
Miss Frida, you can introduce yourself and say where you're calling from.
Oh, hello, this is Frida Chambers. I am from the Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, Northport on Women's Council, and I've been in Florida since 2014. But I'm a broker associate. I have my broker associate's license, and I will see you shortly at Guard, Vivian.
Yep. You will see me at Guard. We're going to be protecting our seniors. I think they're thinking about either getting rid of this taxes for the senior or lowering it or something like that. So we're going to see what the governor is talking about in January to see what he's talking about when it comes to that. What I would like to see for the taxes is getting rid of the seniors' taxes or something like that, or if not, lower the senior taxes way lower so they can afford it. Because right now it's kind of hard for seniors to be able to afford their medicine, to afford their insurance, you know, and all that stuff. So if we lower it and keep it reasonable for seniors, that would be something, and that would be great, you know. So we're going to protect our community, go in there and make sure that you know, you guys have clean water to drink, you know. You talk about insurance and there's different things like that in order to make sure that you guys are living a good life. Thank you so much. Beverly, you want to say anything?
No. I've said everything that I had to say.
Miss Joyce?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Come back next week. We have a great topic that we're going to be talking about next week as well. So every week is just a different topic. And then if you guys want to learn about something, or, you know, something that we need to cover or something like that, we will talk about that as well. So don't be afraid to tell us topic that you want to talk about. We'd be happy to talk about it. If it's something that you need to know more of, you know, let us know. I'm the one that pretty much come up with these topics because I see it out there. So I tend to come up with these topics because I know things that are happening in our community and that needs to be taken care of. Okay. You know, so I love talking to seniors and just love helping them because that's what we're here for, to help one another. I said I'm gonna be collecting my being on Medicare next year, so I have to make sure I learn as much as I can learn while I'm at it, because it's no joke turning seniors and learning all the different things that you got to do and making sure that you're meeting deadlines and stuff like that. So I look forward to learning more, and I look forward to you guys joining me and just you know, carrying on the conversation. We look forward to seeing you real soon. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.